This is the Brick Commentary Central. You're listening to the BCC Podcast. It is Monday, March 13th of 2023, and you're listening to episode 343 of the BCC Podcast, the Halo one. No, not really. Joining me tonight is Ford,
Good evening, everybody.
Leo,
Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on this podcast?
I never played a game where the Master Chief talks,
Finish this fight.
and Maluris.
Embarrassed to know all of you.
Who else do you know?
Shut up.
Sounds like a you problem.
That sounds like a skill issue on your part.
It's funny that you mentioned Halo because I've been getting the AI generated Master Chief life advice videos in my feed.
I have not watched any of those
Yes,
because I have not seen the Master Chief talk still. At least I don't recall him talking in Halo 1.
You've got to see Master Chief helps you file your taxes.
Will that be entertaining if I've never heard Master Chief talk already?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Also, I'm pretty sure he does talk in the first one.
He might
A
say
little
like
bit.
one thing that I don't remember.
Well,
He
that's
talks in the
the
first
point,
one.
right? Like he doesn't talk that much in the first three games. It's only after the series changed hands that he starts talking way too much.
Sounds
It's
like
so
Book of Boba Fett.
uncharacteristic. Exactly, it is exactly like that. So, yeah.
Hey, I just went to post on Twitter. Apparently Var and Purple are engaged.
Ah, congrats.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Emotional investment
That's
in
pretty
this.
cool.
I'm surprised Var posted on Twitter because he kind of swore off the internet.
He just swore off Bionicle, which is probably
No, he said he's like,
positive.
did you watch the reunion show for TTV?
No.
Yeah, like the way I figured it, it was just more like he wasn't.
Anything that's
Active.
like, it involves him being a content creator in the public eye, he basically got rid of.
Yeah,
So,
which is a shame. I don't know if he was still posting his art.
you know,
Good evening.
it sounds like he's not in art anymore. He just has a normal job, is what he said.
Wow.
So, he's living a good life, I think. He's probably doing all right. He seems happy. So, good for them.
We're also joined by Mace now.
Oh, Mace, you
Hello.
didn't make it.
Hello.
Oh, Mace, you're finally awake.
Sorry to keep you waiting, folks. Complicated business.
You were caught trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that
We were all on
ambush.
actually like super early tonight too. Like everyone was here by 8. So
Spring break hit, and I walk in tourist town.
that's true.
Ah,
Are you
yeah.
open later than normal then?
No, but it takes a lot longer to close.
Huh.
Yeah. I think it's just busier than normal.
Oh, yes.
Now that makes me think of Kevin's job at Chick-fil-A and realize I really want some chicken strips, but they're already closed.
This is why you go to Disney World in the winter when school is still in session.
Mm.
Yeah. Now I'm hungry. What were we talking about?
Chicken
I
strip.
think-
So I had the best
Chicken
chicken sandwich
strip.
in my life.
Oh yes, I heard about this and I'm
Oh,
interested.
really? Did you
Yes.
make it yourself?
No, I went to
No,
the
it's not that good then.
I went to the Anabaptists and they made it.
Oh, interesting.
The Anabaptists have to, do something to fill the void in their life that insecurity about salvation places in their heart. So,
Wait, so they have such insecurity that they make
What? That's why they're called the Anabaptists. They're the rebaptizers.
They baptize through chicken sandwiches?
No,
No, they
the
baptize
chicken sandwich
the
is not in
chicken
need of
sandwiches.
atonement.
So you're telling me you're
Wait,
eating
hold
less
up.
fried chicken?
It's-
I'm pretty sure Chick-fil-A is technically Anabaptist chicken too. So,
I think it's more non-denom chicken.
and
actually,
non-denom
but
are
I'm not sure.
Anabaptists.
Wait, does that mean I can never eat blessed
I
chicken?
think they
because it
might
always
just be
uses peanut oil?
Baptists. So.
Baptists
Oh,
are
no.
Anabaptists. That's the ironic part.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Leo is using Anabaptist in a more distinct term, but I'm using it in the broad sense.
I'm using it because like they go back to that period of the Reformation is where
Okay.
they trace themselves. At least
Okay.
that's what the website said.
I mean, yeah, that is most Protestants are Anabaptists, so
Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, it was
it's
a
a
very
sad fate, but they do make
Okay.
good chicken.
It was an
Yeah,
elegant
he-
chicken sandwich.
The Chick-fil-A brand is Baptist.
Okay.
So, well, I'm not saying the company is.
Are these like
but,
Amish level Anabaptists, Leo? Because that actually, like, that's what sparked the Amish was they didn't want to baptize children. So
No, they had electricity.
okay,
and
Mennonite.
cars. Well, I'm not entirely sure because they have a working smithy. They make all their own nails and stuff.
So it sounds like in that vein.
They make their own furniture and make their own cloth and clothes, and apparently do a very good job selling it to people.
So yeah, this is definitely like in the Amish vein. Then
Yeah,
I mean, they usually make some pretty good stuff. So
yeah. Except it's no horse-drawn buggy in the McDonald's.
did they have apple butter?
They had pecan butter. I think.
I don't think I've had pecan butter, but
Well, they have a lot
Amish
of
apple
pecan
butter is
stuff.
very good.
Yeah, there is an Amish farmer that some of my cousins get their food from, and it's generally pretty top tier. Makes pretty good hot dogs.
Amish hot dog. That's interesting. Oh, but you all are probably wondering why we asked you to listen tonight. That is because Lego Indiana Jones has officially revealed their sets, which we've kind of talked
Finally.
about already. Most of them. We didn't talk about the one Escape from Lost Tomb. That wasn't it. Temple of the Golden Idol. We have not talked about.
It wasn't there to talk about to begin with.
It was not. These are now all official. There was an instance for a bit when they weren't still quite official, but Lego gave the go-ahead that Brickset thought it was a good idea to AI upscale some images.
Oh no.
To horrifying results. Or as I like to call it, how to kill a line before it's released with 3 images.
I don't think Brickset has enough sway to kill a lie.
I don't know.
Bricks...
I mean, well, you're right. They did have to put out an article to gauge community engagement and to also generate community engagement. So there's that.
This is way too much inside baseball for anyone listening to understand.
Oh, well, generally, if you have to say like, comment, subscribe, it means that you're not getting organic engagement.
Not necessarily.
Humor.
Or else.
They say that anyways. But anyway, no, I'm just talking... I don't know what my point was, actually. Never mind. I'm sorry, Ford.
Brickset is trash.
They're not trash. Brickset does a lot of great stuff. But
I mean, yeah,
they do some
their
questionable
database
stuff
is
too.
Okay.
It's
some other
just
problems
the
with that.
You have a problem with.
But their newsfeed is terrible. Yeah.
In recent years, the line between news outlet and editorial has started to blur more and more. And
because more people are coming to the realization that objectivity just gets in the way of good content.
Should that be our new catchphrase for the channel? I think that should be the new slogan for this podcast. Objectivity just gets in the way of good content.
Oh, I me.
Let's get opinionated.
Cool, I can do that. Anyway, yeah, I remember seeing it at first, like, is this what Lego released? And then I found out, oh, they're AI upscaled. That's kind of weird. They look more AI generated than upscaled, honestly,
They do.
when you get to the minifigure faces. So, I don't know why you just don't put the low quality pictures, but...
I would like to see what was going in the program's mind as it what it was fed to do this.
I mean, it didn't do like the worst job ever.
No,
I
it's
think
just
like,
you can't do too much.
Like the sets mostly, for the most part, turn out okay. It's just the minifigures that
Yeah.
really
I just-
suffer.
And I don't
just
think the
don't
sets
think-
you get that much more detail by AI upscaling them. It's just
No,
it looks better at a glance.
Yeah, I don't think it had enough information to really give you what you needed.
But now we have the official pictures, so
Yes, and now everything is peaceful again.
Though we know what kind of is annoying me. I don't like the Ark of the Covenant in this set as much as the original.
Yeah.
Also,
It's a bit
the
of a
handles are
disappointment.
gold, and that's wrong.
Yeah, they're supposed to be wood.
Yeah, that's a very important detail, actually.
Ooh.
Well, we'll just have to go to Bricklink.
Well, because the
We'll make our
handles
own.
look like they're integrated into, the piece.
Yeah.
but if you remember
But
the
that's still bad.
yeah, because if you remember the original version of this, they had the clips on either side where you could click the poles into place,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked much more like the.
And they also
movie
had way
prop.
more shaping on
Yeah.
the top of it. Let me
Yeah,
see if I
'cause
can
they use
get
those
it
nice little
zoomed
slope
in.
pieces.
I mean,
here.
like, I get what they're trying to do with this, like with those little like handlebar pieces. They're trying to do like the wings in, right?
I think they should have just made a
but-
cherubim piece. Even though
Yeah.
technically
Yeah.
the Ark in
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark has some biblical inaccuracies, but
Yeah.
Well,
the wings on the cherubim are wrong.
when is
Well, yeah,
that
they're
in the-
supposed to be out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I imagine that may have been for like what the rest of the set was going to be like.
Also, it might just be me, but like this set looks so much more boring than the original one.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, like the original is smaller, right? But like it gets the job done. This
I
just-
really like the original. I don't think it's more boring. This is a very good diorama set.
I mean, it's a good diorama set, but it doesn't look very playable.
Well, I don't really care about play features.
But if you're gonna
Think
make a
Indiana
line
Jones-
of toys, you want it to be a toy.
Not
I
necessarily.
mean,
Really?
not
not.
for 40-year-old movies for old
Since
men.
when has Lego wanted to make toys?
They do it with Star Wars. What are you talking about,
But
man?
Even- look, here's the
like
thing,
Star Wars,
even as
kids
kids-
don't play Indiana Jones.
Even as a
Yeah,
kid,
you're
though,
right.
how often did you really use play features? Because most of the time, you do them a couple times and you get bored, and then you just take the bricks apart and do the play feature you have is taking limbs off of stuff.
That's your play feature. Your weird sadistic
It's Lego. The point is, you can take it
Thought.
apart.
play feature. You, man.
Like,
I don't know.
I
I'm just not
feel like,
feeling it.
especially the Indiana Jones, last time it was sold as a toy didn't sell the best. So this time, kind of playing to the adult market, who obviously care a bit more
that
about.
market doesn't
Indiana
exist.
Jones.
Definitely see that. With
Not
the,
for this.
temple.
No, the adult market. Ford, if the adult market doesn't exist, then no market exists for Indiana Jones.
No, I mean it doesn't exist for this line. I already know it doesn't exist for this line.
I think
you wanna
it
bet on that?
exists. Yeah, Ford,
I
you want to
think
bet?
these are
Not really.
these are
Too
like
tired to make
high
bets.
quality sets that are really good display pieces. You know.
Yeah, I just don't like the Ark of the Covenant. No, the old one was better. The old one had way more shape. It looked like less blocky, which is weird.
I mean, I imagine with this one, they're trying to make it so that you can open it
That's true. Maybe if you can open it.
Yeah.
because it
Oh,
looks
man.
bigger. Like if you wait, do you have it pulled up on the stream? I don't.
I
Think you have it
did.
pulled up on the
I
stream.
have it pulled up on the screen. I went back to the other image with a wider.
Okay, yeah, but like, just pull up like the zoomed in version of the arc
I just
on-
got rid of it.
on the stream.
So yeah, you are right. It looks like it has like a box piece, and that's probably what caused
Yeah,
the. But I don't know if that feature and look play feature Ford getting in the way of a nicely built set.
Mhm.
you're welcome. But I mean, like, seriously, the only play feature that this thing has is tipping a statue over.
That's fun.
That's not fun.
Also, you
I
can
think that's
open
kind
the
of
Ark
what
of the
the other
Covenant.
one had.
Probably.
That's not a play feature.
Yeah, it is.
What does that do?
It knocks over
What
a
action
wall.
does that perform? What
Ford,
action does opening the Ark of the
I
Covenant
think you
perform?
need to take back a
Haven't
step
you seen
back
the
and
movie?
think about what you're saying.
You've seen the movie. You know what it does.
But what does it do in Lego form?
It
Also,
knocks
I
over a
don't-
wall. Ford, the set you're referencing before also did that same thing.
I'm kind of suspicious. I don't think the Ark of the Covenant is supposed to open.
So then why is it made like that? Is that just a normal brick then? Not like
I think that is just a solid brick.
Then what the heck is going on?
That's even worse.
Because
You
it
guys
looks like
this set.
it looks like
For-
from the close up, you have a 2x4
Get out
block.
of pessimist mode.
You have a 2x4 block with a
Fine.
sticker on the side with some like metallic variation, and it's just the 1x2.
Oh,
center
you
stud
know,
pieces.
you're right. It wouldn't be able to open. It's probably just a solid brick because the only way that these two characters can carry this is if it's a 2x4 brick. Ha!
Yeah, why does the old Ark of the Covenant look so much better?
See, that could be remedied if you had the 1x2 blocks on either side, and then the wedge pieces on the inside that had the
It's just
opening.
it's just too square.
And then another
it's
plate.
too square.
It's supposed to be a box.
I get
It's
that, but
supposed to be
it's like
square.
compared to the original Ark, it lacks that like
Here, let me.
shape.
We're gonna
you
do
know?
a little thing here. I'm gonna grab a picture of the old Lego Ark of the Covenant, and I'm gonna grab a
Yeah.
picture of one from Indiana Jones. It's also worth noting that I experienced Lego Indiana Jones long before watching the Indiana Jones movies.
Oh, same.
So did I. It was called Adventurers.
Doesn't
You're welcome.
count.
It does count. But actually, I think getting the sets in the video game precipitated me watching the movies.
So, here is the original Lego Ark of the Covenant. And yeah, okay, it has some issues. Mostly in the form of brown.
Yeah. But that's just like.
But here
general
also it is in the
2008
movie.
Lego stuff.
If you could take the top of this other one and put it on this new one, and also add clips with the sticks, I don't get why they could do that with the dimensions this has. You know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I wouldn't mind just like taking the brick portion of this new one. Just
Also,
like,
what color is
slapping
that
it-
brick?
Like, slap it in the middle. I think it's tan. So, like, get a gold brick, slap that in the middle of the original Ark of the Covenant. Boom, you're done.
This is really making me miss the
So
Great
much
Movies
better.
ride.
Yeah, yes. Actually, is this picture's from the Great Movie Ride? Maybe.
Is it? I thought that was from the film.
Well,
That center picture.
this is the scene that they recreate from the element. They kind
Yeah.
of do look like audio animatronics. I don't know. This might be from the movie ride. No, it's probably from the film. I don't know. I missed that ride.
We all do.
But so yeah, this one it definitely has the bulk better. But yeah, the clips, you could have put the clips on it still. I don't know why they didn't. And then yeah, because like the movie picture perfectly facilitates the look of Lego clips where they put in the rods.
Yeah.
And their new way of making the cherubim just didn't work any better. I can't say it works worse necessarily, I guess, if I'm being totally objective. But I just feel like at least it's more appealing on its own, the way they made the decorations on the first one. Overall, like, you can see the shape of the arc is very hard to replicate, so they just went more stylized in.
Really, really, without a molded piece, you're not going to do it.
I just think that as like its own thing, the original looks better. At least it has the sticks. If it had 2 gold plates, that would have been better. But also, why does this one have a gray plate at the bottom? Because that's definitely not on the movie version.
Probably just designer version. Also, since we're looking at it, the Gali mask that has now been inserted.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just saw that. Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys also see there's the Exoforce? Like, it's literally obscured in this picture, but there's
Yeah.
the Exo.
The Sentai.
Why are you
mask.
being so pessimistic?
The robot head.
Ford?
I'm
Wow.
not being pessimistic. I'm just like saying I don't really like that.
For
But why?
Because
He's
like
tired of
the
Bionicle.
only Easter egg that this set should have is the C-3PO R2-D2 Easter egg.
The last one had that one.
If you want to make this an accurate representation of the Well of the Souls,
But it's
those
not. It's
should
supposed to be
not
a
be
Lego
there.
representation.
well then it's
We don't need a bunch of hieroglyphics in the background.
That's another thing
We
that
just
gets me.
spent like the last 10 minutes.
But they did it with, if they did it with Harry Potter, they can do it with Indiana Jones.
Marion is as tall and as wide as Salah. I don't think it's really accurate.
I like that this is your takeaway from the discussion.
Okay.
Not everything will
fine.
be a 1-to-1. It'll be Lego adapted.
I want to see how the colors actually turn out on this, though, because this render, I can tell that is not the color that middle brick is. Because that's not a Lego color. Also, what's up with the zombie? Maybe it's been too long since I saw the movie, but I don't remember a zombie.
I think there was a dead body.
Yeah,
Mummy body, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the mummy that Marion climbs over after the wall gets.
Oh,
knocked down.
yeah. I barely... That is a very small portion. It's weird to include a minifigure of it.
A minifigure of a dead body.
Yeah, I think that could have easily been replaced with just the classic skeleton.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, this
Yeah.
is our first look at the new Indiana Jones figure.
Oh yeah,
Oh, true.
You know, I'm not sure how I feel about the hat, because I just, again, grew up with the original one, and that was like a big thing, was that original hat piece. I'm going to bring up a picture of him actually from the...
Well, you know
Last
why they
Crusade.
do the hair hat combo.
Well, yeah, because it's more accurate.
And dual-sided faces.
Exactly.
It's
But,
not
like-
the hair. I just, like I said, it's entirely my issue. I've just have, associate that original hat piece with Indiana Jones hat more so than I do Indiana Jones in the movies, because I saw Indiana Jones with that hat piece first, and that was my introduction to Indiana Jones.
I already
also-
have a couple of the classic indies, so I'm okay with the new kind of hat.
The face print, it's again different, so I've got to get used to it, but I feel like it very well captures Harrison Ford
Yeah.
in the movies.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm also glad they gave him the gloves for this
Yes.
scene, because he
Yes.
needs the gloves for this scene to work. Like, for it to be this version of Indy. Like, that's
Yeah,
good.
I've got the version with the tie up right now.
Go back.
Oh.
Yeah,
Different set.
Yeah, I don't know why I grabbed this one. Speaking of which, there's not a whole lot more to discuss with the Nazi plane set than we could with the blurry images we had a few weeks ago. Except, it does include Berlin, another Nazi reference.
Okay.
I just think that's neat.
I'm glad.
Cool. But I guess, like, this is the only, like, action-oriented set in terms of having vehicles and such
Yeah.
to like, move
And
around.
You got stud shooters.
So, yeah,
It is cool.
I mean, I'm least likely to buy this one out of any of them, but
I'm actually
say I'm
more
most
likely to buy
likely.
this one.
yeah. There are only two
if-
kinds of people.
If only for Sean Connery.
I mean, yeah, that's cool. Why does
Yeah.
he not get hair on his hat?
Because you
Also,
don't
like, why
match
are they still
with a classic.
using the pith helmet mold for this hat?
That's
because it's a
iconic.
classic.
The Lego
don't
pith
mess
helmet
with
is one
classic.
of the Lego hats.
But he didn't wear the pith helmet.
That's not relevant.
Yes, it is. If they can make a new hair hat combo piece for Indy, they can make a new hat.
It's the pith
For the
helmet
main
for...
character in every set.
He'd just be spitting on Dr. Kilroy's grave.
Yeah.
Fine.
Also,
At least wait
like,
until he's
Your
in it.
attempts to make me feel guilty are like not happening, by the way.
this
I think
this
it
just works better because, like, when I think of, Indiana Jones, Last Crusade, I don't think of him wearing that other hat. I think of him wearing this hat, even if
Yeah, me
that's
too.
like completely fabricated in my memory. Oh
yeah,
man,
well, that's
Philip
your
Beck.
wrong fabricated memory getting
No,
you
no,
in.
It's
no.
a better memory.
It's a Mandela effect. You see, it's just because I was from a different universe at first, and then reality.
Oh wait,
actually
wait! You were
shifted.
from the Berenstain universe. I get it now.
No one's from the Berenstain universe. That's stupid. That's the universe we're in right now, too. So
Wait. Oh no! I crossed over, not you.
Walter.
Should we move on to the set we haven't talked about?
Yes.
Oh wait, I was gonna say like the car is pretty good.
Yeah, but we
Also
said
the
that last
plane.
time, though.
Oh, well, okay.
We gotta move on, Walter.
All right, Mike.
This set's all right.
The
Eh.
the display part of it rubs me the wrong way.
Really, I like the display.
I think that it should have just been built up to be more as part of the cave, not this black base on it.
I still don't understand why they're doing this whole like quote thing. It's weird.
This whole what?
The quotes on the bottom at the base. Like,
What
why?
quote do we have for this?
Oh, well, it's
Yeah.
like then it like goes along with the Jurassic Park set then, and that's pretty neat.
Yeah,
Then you can put
it
those them
does.
side by
But
side.
this isn't why would I put this side by side with the Jurassic Park set?
Because they're both
Movies you
Spielberg.
love.
Yeah, Spielberg
Movies you love. You know, display.
Movie.
I think that's pretty cool because that's something I thought of doing actually. As I was like organize my sets.
Well, it's not
Is I have
exclusive to those two sets. They've done it with Harry Potter
Yeah.
and Star Wars as well.
It's like
That's
I
the
said,
point.
it's about
It's
movies.
weird.
It's not about
It's John
Spielberg,
Williams
it's about
for
movies.
Which Harry Potter one
Once
did
you
they
get
do
it-
that with?
The Hogwarts Express, the big
Oh.
one.
So yeah, it's
I
the
don't like
John
that
Williams
set.
score.
I want a
I've
smaller.
connected the dots.
Yeah, yes, you have
Okay.
Leo. We all know you have an IQ of over 100.
You mean
Hey,
100.
what's that supposed to mean?
I was talking about Leo. But we should all take the IQ test live on air.
Oh no.
No.
Okay.
Who do you guys think
Wow.
would win?
I'm about to blow your minds.
Probably Leo. Just a theory.
IQ 4, completed test in 30 seconds.
Speedrun,
Sigma
IQ
set.
speedrun.
Guys, let's rename the episode now. IQ Speedrun. Hey, no longer Indiana Jones 2023. Indiana Jones IQ Speedrun. Is there an IQ speedrun test? Let's take an IQ test that's just only going to make us question things more.
Oh, good grief. What have I started?
Also, this set's all right. I guess.
IQ any percent speedrun world record. Oh, well, I found something on Reddit. New speedrun idea. Go to an IQ test and try and get as low as possible. I think we should do that for an episode, though. Let's just literally take the IQ test as an entire episode.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I will finish.
Shouldn't be very conversationally interesting, but the results.
I
will
took the
shock
IQ
you.
test at 3 a.m. once, and I got like 170. I'm pretty sure I did it wrong.
He's like, I'm smart when I'm stupider, actually.
I took
Did you
it in
say
like 15
stupider?
minutes, too.
Yes.
More stupid.
I,
he meant.
too,
That's
am
not
smart.
a word, Kevin.
I too am smart when I
You are
am
low
stupider.
IQ.
I don't think any of the online ones are technically accurate.
No,
Oh, it's
they're
20 minutes
not
to 2
accurate.
hours, so I didn't do it in that short time. Okay. Well, okay, you can't say they're not accurate for it because IQ is a concept we made up anyways, so.
True.
I mean, yes, but in the same way that we've made up unison.
Yeah, I mean,
energy,
I'm
of
saying,
course.
so a test, by definition, it's going to be somewhat accurate. But it's not going to be, just not as authoritative as an officially mediated IQ test.
A state-sanctioned IQ test.
Yes.
Government.
That'll be the name of that episode, State Sanctioned IQ Test. Watch Kevin just score the highest, and no one saw that coming.
I wasn't gonna say it.
No one.
It's just like
But
I'm
he-
clearly the candidate, like the underdog here. So it's
Dark
like, you know,
horse. Well,
you
no,
know the
you-
sitcom episodes where the stupid
I'm
character
clearly
gets
the
the
underdog.
high IQ.
Well, okay, just as far as like formal education goes, we've got like, you know, Leo and Ford on one end of the spectrum, and then you and Mace on the other, and then I'm just sitting here kind of in the middle with my bachelor's degree.
Well, now I wonder, like, where do you think our end of the spectrum is?
Well, I don't know that you guys necessarily have higher IQs because you chose to do something weird with your lives, but
Yeah, it's not necessarily about your IQ. It's about your determination.
it's true. See,
Mm.
I determined I didn't want to do that. I
Well,
would
you also
rather.
determined that you didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
See, I just watch Rick and Morty for my IQ. Like,
That should be it. Should be Rick and Morty for the thumbnail of that episode.
Ah, man.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
hmm
Has anyone ever tried taking one before? I like that. I
Apparently-
have,
No.
but
Apparently, I
No.
took one when I was in first grade for like some kind of assessment.
I don't think they're supposed to do that to first graders.
Yeah, apparently I took one in second grade. Don't know what I got.
I feel like I took one
Was
at one
this-
point in my life, but it was like a dubious internet one because I didn't want to spend as much time.
I feel like I
That's
might
like
have been
2
there for
hours.
that.
I don't know about that.
I
one.
feel like it was on the wiki chat.
You
I don't know
influenced
about
his
that one.
scores in the IQ test.
But so, Leo, what
He's been
context did
dragging
you
me
take
down
in?
the
Because you
whole
were
time.
homeschooled. They didn't have to decide if you needed to go to the special
No,
school.
I was still in public school in first grade.
Oh, you were. I thought you were homeschooled much earlier than that.
No, I started in second grade.
Okay, so it was right before that. Because I had forgotten you went to public school at all, but I remembered it happened at some point.
Yeah. Apparently, it was a worse experience than I remember it being.
It explains so much about, you know, your issues.
My issues.
Yes. You know, like the lack of self-awareness.
I was 6 or 7 years old. I'm not going to remember every detail.
So did they end up sending you to
So
the
you're
special
telling
school?
us you weren't
Or
aware.
Technically, yes. My parents did.
Was it based off of the results of that test?
No, probably not.
Because he didn't share the results. He tucked it away secretly.
So as far as we know, Ford was not sent to the special school.
You're right, I wasn't. I went to normal public school like all the other idiots in society.
You see, there are two types of the special school. One for the special people, you know, that are legally mandated special. One for the people who achieve a lot. Ford was in neither. I would have, but it's probably for the best.
Yeah, thanks.
No, for your best, Ford. You wouldn't want to become an egghead.
No, you're right.
What about you, Mace? You ever take an IQ test?
No, never have.
What
I'm
do you
curious
think you
now.
score?
It's a good question.
You can be good at puzzle stuff, which is most of what's on the IQ test.
I
It's
am
mostly
really
about
good at
pattern
puzzles.
recognition.
Well, I've always been good at that, and I do it professionally now. So,
Yeah, you might do pretty all right.
all right, perhaps all right.
Watch me get 80.
Going for 69.
Nice.
I'm going for 420, 60.
I don't know if it's possible to get 69 on the IQ test.
But if I do, like, intentionally go for a specific
Like, we
score
could do the
and
Reddit thing
get
and try
it.
to intentionally get the lowest score possible in the least amount of time. Is it possible to get 0?
I don't know. I've never,
I think so.
you
If
know,
you're brain dead, maybe.
never tried.
Like if you are
If you-
actually buried 6 feet under.
Ford,
you
if you're
can get a
brain dead, then you're
0.
going to be answering randomly and you shouldn't get 0.
So you're
Ooh,
telling me
true.
that you have to actually dead to get 0. Because
Oh,
you
you'd
wanna
have to
survive.
like actively make
don't know.
all the wrong choices
Yeah.
all the time.
You actually have to be pretty.
Like you'd have to solve everything.
You wouldn't have to be like it wouldn't be as hard as doing it right because they're not true false. But you would have to have at least 75% of the brain power to figure it out. So
I don't know.
75% of the brain power, 0% of the charm.
So we know what Leo's getting.
I think Leo could score at least average.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did any of us come across as under average intelligence? Leave a comment below.
Oh no.
Please give examples. Cite your work.
Judge us, leave a comment, and like and subscribe.
You can also do it on the BCC Crew Discord server. There's a link in the comments below. Twitter's also there. I use it less frequently now because I have purged a lot of social media from my life yet again.
However, Twitter is a great place to harass us, so please leave a comment.
Or you could do something original with your life.
No, just troll us. Try. We enjoy it.
Not everyone's on Twitter is a narcissist, but every narcissist is on Twitter.
That's true.
Every narcissist?
Most of them.
Well,
At least
every
every young
narcissist
narcissist.
every narcissist is at least on TikTok.
Yes.
Hmm.
That I can believe.
Yeah. Is anyone here on TikTok? That could mean a below average IQ score.
No.
The rest of you are oddly silent to that question.
In my defense, I was reading. What was the question?
Wasn't paying attention. Docking
But
points.
he might be increasing his IQ.
On TikTok?
No.
What's this about TikTok?
That's the conversation you came into was about.
Well, I know you said something about narcissists on TikTok, and then I started reading after that.
What did you read? Was it about
Reading
narcissists
what?
on TikTok?
No.
Focus, Mace. Focus.
Okay, I X'd it out, and I made the YouTube video full screen. I'm focusing again.
Leo's typing something in the chat. Did we screw up?
Maybe.
Shouldn't have.
Leo's just typing in his resignation.
Been there, done that.
Kevin, I think you're the only one to have typed up a resignation and not to have used it at some point.
Yeah. Maybe I should have.
Everyone else who's typed up a resignation at some point has eventually used it. But their
I
real
feel like
resignation
they
was
used
not
mine.
as good as the one that they wrote and didn't use, so...
Yeah, like I was thinking, no one actually used their resignation. They just
No.
typed it up and then they just resigned.
Yeah. What about you, Leo? Have you typed out a BCC resignation before?
Nope.
What about you, Ford?
Nope.
Leo
Mace?
did disappear those couple months.
Not a BCC one, no.
Did you quit today?
I've quit 2 jobs, yeah.
I mean, your current job.
Oh, no, I haven't quit my current job.
Okay.
Why was that your first thought? Like,
Why would he
he's
do
quit
that?
other jobs.
Well, why? He said it very vaguely, like he had news.
Yeah, but why would he do that?
Because
He's
the
so close
audience
to being the
doesn't
pizza
know
don.
the backstory, so they didn't need to be guessing. I left it vague based on the audience's information.
I quit a job. It felt good.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Recently.
Yeah, very recently. I'm still actually at that job. So, that might actually, to people who follow our content long term, probably gonna affect all those plans I said I had a month ago.
Oof.
Not that nothing's gonna happen, but changing a job takes a lot of mental energy, so...
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what you're changing it to, I guess.
In my field, which is like literally 100% mental, 0% physical.
Well, if you're changing to physical,
I'm not...
that would be no mental energy.
No, I'm changing to more mental.
That's it. Goblin mode.
See, if we rank like the how much people use their brain in their job, you're probably on the lower end of the spectrum there, Kevin.
That just means I have more time to focus on my Rick and Morty jokes.
True.
Now
saying
though I'm thinking of your job and I want chicken strips again.
You saying that manipulating the workers at Chick-fil-A is not a high brain?
Well, he's not doing it very well then.
No, I can manipulate the workers. It's just the upper management I'm having trouble with.
I see.
You know, I had a very good experience with Chick-fil-A recently, though.
Really?
Yes. Remember when I didn't eat anything for 3 days?
Really?
No.
Well, yes, I was having a lot of anxiety, so I didn't eat anything for 3 days, and I decided I really should eat. But I couldn't find anything that would, work in my stomach. And so I decided to get some grilled Chick-fil-A nuggets because they seemed like, not that offensive to the stomach. And I ate them in the parking lot to the supermarket, and I felt so much better.
I guess there are worse things you could have.
He felt so much better.
They're
that he
expensive.
needed it for dinner.
Yes, so I asked Kevin to bring me
They
another
are
thing,
expensive.
which is good because it was at my parents' and my mom made spaghetti, which on a normal day makes me kind of want to throw up. But
Oh no! It's
so
so mean to say to your mom.
she knows. I
Why?
told her this. No, it's not because of her spaghetti specifically. It's any spaghetti. Like spaghetti just meant there's something in my mind mentally where spaghetti makes me want to throw up.
Is this including like the shrimp scampi we tried?
No. Just like
Or
just like plain spaghetti with marinara type spaghetti.
Really?
Fascinating.
If it has
I've
meatballs,
never
actually,
heard
it's not the same
very
thing.
much.
It doesn't
Now
make me
I
want to
know
throw
your
up.
weakness.
If it has good, hearty Italian meatballs, then it's not like that. So it's something
Really?
I think,
What about just like a regular meat
Interesting.
sauce, like
like my mom makes.
No, maybe. I don't know.
You've had my mom's spaghetti quite a bit, so
These
When I
weak
think-
moms are heavy.
When you say a marinara, I think of meatless marinara.
Yeah, no,
which
it's
is what
marinara
my
with
mom
meat.
used to make.
no.
That's messed up. Like, how could you do that?
And
Like,
it's a little
imagine
depressing.
just cold sauce thrown on your spaghetti and
You're
then
just
you call it in a
continuing to
day.
degrade what I'm talking about, but no, that's not it. I just meant like the spaghetti that my mom makes in particular. I think I got sick. I never liked it too much beginning because we had it a lot, and I think I got sick when we had it one time, and I think it mentally screwed
Okay.
with that.
Oh, so like me with the dressing at Thanksgiving or the stuffing.
Yeah. Is it all stuffing that does that to you, or is it only that particular kind?
I don't know. I got food poisoning from it. So just kind of
Never again.
So, yeah, but Kevin brought me some grilled Chick-fil-A nuggets, and I ate those in secret so my mom wouldn't be sad. She made garlic nuts, too, and those were very good. But no,
This is an interesting
like, I never
episode.
had such a dramatic change in mood. And don't get me wrong, like, I was doing a lot of stuff with prayer and theology and stuff at the time, too. But the Chick-fil-A nuggets are, like, help my body physically the most.
Listen, it is the holy chicken.
True.
So we should probably talk about the set.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that would be
Now that
good.
we've completed our
Yeah,
IQ
Joe.
speed run.
It has a rock in it.
Yeah. That's technically more accurate to the video game, but I still remember when they
Yeah.
had the big piece for the Rolling Stone,
Yeah.
which is more accurate to the movie. This one the rock feels too small. For this being
The
$150 set.
for the rock feels too small.
Yeah, that too. Why is it I would have taken more creative liberty, and like Leo, you've probably seen the stunt show at MGM Studios, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you know of it, Mace. You walk past it all the time, where they have
Yeah.
the boulder come back at the idol. In fact, that set from the stunt show would be a very good template for the best version of this.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with the bass like Leo had, but I do think overall it's a little bit not as great as it could be.
Yeah. And this
I
was an
think
iconic
something-
scene for sure, but it doesn't feel like a great display piece for Raiders to represent the movie itself. Because this was
This
the
is
end
like
of another adventure, you know? It's the movie, the rest of the entire movie is about something else entirely.
Well, okay,
but
it's the most iconic
scene
part,
is
though.
hugely iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it isn't iconic, it's just as the definitive Raiders representation, I don't feel it's
The boulder scene is
definitively
the
Raiders.
most definitive Indiana Jones scene, though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and if
kinda-
it was just like Indiana Jones on it, I'd be like, okay, cool. And if we got a Raiders scene with like maybe the Ark killing everyone, that would
That would be a funny
I mean,
set.
I kind of get what Mace is saying, because like this should not be the 18 plus set. Like the Well of the Souls or something like that should be the 18 plus set.
Yeah.
This should be like the flagship set to sell to like the kids, because this is the one with the most.
I thought we already established
play
the kids haven't
features.
seen Indiana Jones.
Okay, yeah, but like if you're trying to sell this to kids, it doesn't matter if they've seen Indiana Jones or not. Like you keep on saying, if it has
I know you
cool,
said that.
interesting stuff
You
to
said the
it.
adults haven't seen it.
I did?
Yeah, you
I
said the
don't know.
adults
Yeah.
aren't buying this and the kids aren't buying this.
Oh yeah, that's true. You'd be surprised the amount of people who do not know what Indiana Jones is.
Well, it's been out of the
You would be
public eye for a
surprised.
while.
Yeah.
But all I'm
And
saying
the last
is like
movie
Been
didn't help.
40 years.
all I'm saying is that this should have been like the set to sell as like the general release, and then something else should have taken the 18 plus slot.
Yeah. This should
Which
have
is
been
why,
the
like-
quote unquote toy. The other thing should
Yeah,
have been the
it's also why I'm
statue.
like really bummed about the Temple of Doom not getting out with this.
Oh yeah,
with
did we
this
talk
wave.
about that, or was that off air?
And I
Um,
think
I don't remember.
I
But
think
like
that was off
the
air.
Temple of Doom, that looked to be like the perfect like best of both worlds sort of thing. Like
We
you
should
get
probably
the
talk about
displayability
why
and the
it's not.
playability all in one. Go ahead.
So
I don't
yeah,
mind.
that was just something. If you recall
Yeah.
back when we discussed the leaked set lists and images, 3-4 weeks ago, there was a Temple of Doom set, which we actually highly praised during that episode. That I think that was many of our favorite sets.
It's the most
Hold
playable
up, I
one of
think
the line.
that-
at
I
least when
think
look
we
at it.
talked about it first when the first leaks came out. Then I think the second time.
Oh
it
yeah, I
was
forgot the
debated whether or
lost
not-
episode.
Yeah, whether or not it was
So we've
coming
talked
out
about
at
some
that
of these
point.
sets 3 times now.
Yeah.
And they were good movies. What can you say?
Yeah, so yeah, that the Temple of Doom set is not coming out in this wave. There has been no mention specifically if it's just delayed or not. They said the reason Lego gave was around the lines of they discussed with Lucasfilm how many sets they're going to do and what they're going to do, and the Temple of Doom one was eventually scrapped. There is no mention of it being, because a lot of people go to, because Temple of Doom is more violent, because it has religious references to it, which the Ark of the Covenant is
Bruh.
in another set.
Bruh.
I mean, in the third movie, they literally go after the Holy Grail. The
Well, to be fair,
Holy
there's
Grail.
been no reference to that in any Lego product as of yet. Even now.
Yeah,
But
that's
still,
But the thing is, the Holy Grail, you could probably even get away with being less of a blatantly religious one, because that's in like Arthurian
That's in all kinds of
folklore
stuff,
is also there. So, which is still
Right.
like it's still blatantly Christian, but it's at least a little bit more in the mainstream of storytelling if you want to do that. And which the whole like no religious references, Lego has broken so many times, anyways. So,
Mhm.
and they didn't cite that here either. So I'm honestly more along the belief that Temple of Doom set was canceled simply because Temple of Doom tends to be the least marketable of the movies because it's so different.
Yeah. You might be right.
So, and it is
But-
a little more violent, and yes, violence can still be sketchy with some stuff. I mean, the whole scene, yeah, the set was on a scene where a guy rips out someone's heart with, demon magic, so...
you
Yeah,
see,
that's
that's
really
not the
cool.
part that I think of as being the most violent part of that movie. When you're trying to make a toy for kids. Okay, maybe it's just me, but like I know a lot of the controversy when the movie was coming out was because of the depiction of child, adult on child violence.
Kids yearn for the
Flavor.
mines.
Yes, they do. You're not wrong.
They do.
They do.
do.
And
It
I
was
know
ahead of its
exactly
time,
who
Ford.
You're following and reading from to get quote in your head.
It was ahead of its time.
I mean, this is why Minecraft is so good, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Kids yearn for the mines.
So,
Like, I'm not saying
India
I don't
just
agree with
got
you,
it,
but
you
that's
know?
what a lot of the scare was when that movie came out, and that's why the PG-13 rating became a thing.
I thought it was because of the heart thing.
Well, it might
Yes.
be.
Because I don't
But
even think in
for-
the PG-13 rating it does not mention child violence.
But from what I've read, most of it is because of the child violence.
I don't know
And,
how
like, the
much
child labor
I
and
don't
all
doubt
that.
you read it. I don't know how much I trust their
Well,
accounts of it.
remember, who's giving the ratings? The reporters who are saying that it's wrong for them to pull out a heart, or the actual people rating them, like, I forget who's, like, the rating board is
Also,
in
it
Hollywood
wasn't-
or whatever.
it was-
Who's
MPAA.
seeing this movie and like, oh, you have child violence in this? You should probably, like, hack it up a bit.
It's actually
You know what I
neither of those.
mean?
It was Spielberg who basically told them to put it on there.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know. I've heard so many stories about it.
it's Spielberg who, he worked directly with them because of Temple of Doom and Gremlins to create the
Okay.
PG-13 rating. He said he created the problem so he would help solve it, is what he said. But
All
yeah,
Six
the boulder
Spielberg.
can't really roll, and I have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's already out of my budget at $150, though it's not a bad price for part at 1,600 pieces. Not bad at all. No Mutt Williams though.
I do have to say,
True.
because
I know.
I got like basically all the classic Indiana Jones sets.
Wow.
The Golden Idol is almost like the same mold, almost, but the base seems smaller, which I like because the old base was pretty thick for no reason. But yeah, it looks like just. I mean, I guess there's only so much you can do with basically a perfect recreation of the idol, but seems like the exact same mold, only not. Yeah, that's all. Continue on with your lives. Really bothered me. I'm sorry. Had to say it.
Actually, and I admit I said Mutt Williams completely by mistake. I meant the guy that drives the biplane, whose name I forget.
Jock.
Jock. Yes, that's it.
Jock, start the plane.
There's a
Reggie
snake in the
Eisner.
plane, Jock.
If you,
You know,
talk
he
to
has
people
an
who actually like, grew up
entire
with the
little
movies,
bar.
even though Jock doesn't do very much in there, like people that grew up around that time, like played Indiana Jones as kids, like Jock was one of the characters who kids would often play as. So
Mhm. He has
That's
an entire
because
bar themed after him at Disney.
that's true. The one that
Does
was
he really?
yes, and they at
Yeah.
one point when they opened, they had like $30 asparagus. I think they've changed the menu since
They
then.
have changed the menu, and it's got good food, and the drinks are
It's
good
still
too.
pretty
It's
expensive, I'm
great.
guessing.
Everything is
No
expensive
more than
there.
anything else ever
So it's not
in
higher
that
end.
entire part of the country.
I thought it was still higher end.
Oh, higher end, but no more higher end than any fancy bar at Disney.
Like, what does it compare to like when we went to Cowfish and Universal? Because that's a pricier restaurant.
Cheaper than Cowfish.
Is it cheaper than Cowfish?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Cowfish was pretty expensive.
It was, but
Exactly.
it's so good. I love that place.
It's not as good as Cowfish, and it's not as expensive. You get what you pay for.
Okay. I'm not sure I'd pay
But it's
for it.
still
then.
really
But-
good. It's one of my favorite.
Okay, if you say it's that
possibly my
good, then
favorite
maybe
bar.
we'll have to go try it someday.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it'll blow your socks off, but it's good and it's fun and it's
I
good.
still, have you ever been to Raglan Road? I know we're going off into my niche of knowing every fact there is about Disney restaurants, but
I really want to, but I
I've-
haven't figured out a good excuse yet.
I've only been to Cooks of Dublin. That was with Leo, actually. You remember that, Leo?
I do remember. That
That
was our
was-
first meeting. I
Yes,
think.
it was. Back when we were like 16, 17.
That was when Skybound was out.
Yes,
wasn't
it was.
Little boys.
Because I gave you my Dragon Poly bag then, too.
That's right. You did.
But yeah, I really like Raglan Road. I never tried the fried burger at Raglan or at Cooks of Dublin, but I've always wanted to go to Raglan Road because I do like fried Irish food. So someday we should think about doing that as well.
Yeah, sounds great.
Now I'm hungry. I
You were hungry
like I-
before the podcast.
I know because I said I've not been eating meals on decent schedule lately, because the only thing that keeps me on a normal meal schedule is that I'll eat with my family more often when I'm just home alone, and I don't do good at keeping on a meal schedule. And since my family's been out of town the last few days especially, and I already, as for the previous mentioned Chick-fil-A story, have been dealing with, like, not eating regularly in general, I've been going on, like, 1.5 meals every day. And so that kind of makes my main meal around 3 or 4 o'clock.
Relatable.
So I had, some Nabisco or something, not Nabisco, the
Nesquik?
the British breakfast biscuits things. I got I had like 2 packs of those and chocolate while I did some work around the house this morning, and then I ate like half a pack of fish sticks at 4 o'clock. And that's been my meal today.
We're reaching for it here.
Reaching for what?
Never mind.
We're talking about, I told you when we started, I'm like, hey guys, we only got one topic tonight, so if something comes up, just run with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's what's been going on in my life, and I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to share it with all of you, for your
Cool story,
blessings.
bro.
Thank you.
Blessings upon you.
But yeah, I mean, and also that's all of the sets, unless someone else has anything to say about this Boulder set. Well, should I upload the AI art version?
It has so many skeleton faces on
I
it.
don't think so.
So many heads.
The colors look really
should.
nice, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like the structure too much, the colors are very nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the golden statue. Okay,
Oh,
let's
yes!
talk about
Oh, you're right! We forgot about the golden statue. Is that the same mold?
I literally
I think
He
it
talks about all of
like,
it.
I blinked
y'all
out.
just
Think it
ignored me.
Sorry, my blood
Oh,
sugar
and
might not be
exact-
great right now.
Wait.
He went in
So
depth.
Is Kevin okay?
Yes, it's all you that aren't okay.
Hey,
I
Kevin, if
remember
it makes
that
you
talked
more,
about it. I
more
remembered
expressive
Kevin.
on the podcast, that's a good thing.
I remembered Kevin.
Yeah, like Mace heard me apparently.
I don't know. I'm
Like-
sorry. We started talking about Disney World and food, and 2 of my favorite things. So,
That was like 7 minutes later.
Yeah, like
well,
I just shut up afterwards. Like everyone just, just ignored my existence. It's like I said something wrong for bringing up the fact that it's nearly identical mold.
okay.
But
But then
not-
the base is smaller.
Good for you.
The old one was too thick.
Yeah, like the old one just
I never
stood
had
up
the old
really
one because that was
awkward.
only an
It's like,
expensive set. This one looks like it looked in the video game.
It does. And there are a lot of really cool techniques in the build, for sure.
yeah, I'm thinking the idol itself is the same or similar mold, but the coloration is different.
I thought Kevin just established that it's not the same mold.
Oh.
It's not. Because the base
Hey,
Hey, let's
shorter.
go over this a 4th time, guys.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Come on.
Okay, let's
bring it
talk
on.
about it. Like, you cannot improve basically on the perfection that was old for the shape. However, the old mold, the base was really, really thick for some reason. Like it just stood a head taller
Well,
than
it is a
needed to
fertility
be.
idol.
is it?
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't know that?
Base.
It's been a long time since I've watched these.
They don't
Of
explain
course,
it.
it's
It's in
got a
like
thick base.
guidebooks.
It's
Oh.
a fertility.
Oh, I
idol.
should have known.
Hey!
Ford read all the nerd books, and that's why he knows about this.
This one says a stud base. and that
You'll
makes
say
way
that
more
having
sense.
read all the Star Wars visual dictionary, so I know about the signature look of superiority. But
But did you know about Boba Fett's knee rockets before that Mandalorian episode?
oh, certainly, and I was very
Oh,
happy that
yeah.
they finally used them.
Wait, then why are you making
Yeah.
fun of me for this?
That's what my point is. I have no grounds to stand on.
Yeah. Okay.
It's called
But also,
irony.
this
That was the joke.
I must say this statue is inferior
It's called a
because
cruel irony.
it is not the really nice metallic gold from the looks of it that the original was. So I think this one's just the
coat of paint.
Yeah, I think this one's either, if this is not the drum lacquer gold, then that means it's the warm gold. So
Yeah, warm gold
Yeah.
wouldn't be the best. It doesn't
it
look,
would not.
but also these are renders, and I've seen a lot of color issues with Lego's renders lately.
See
Yeah.
what you mean by
Here, I'm bringing up a side by side to end
Yeah, like
out
the
this
original was
episode.
like the kind of, if I recall correctly, the kind of like speckly gold.
Yeah, here's the original, like the Atlantis
Yeah.
type gold almost. Not quite, but
Yeah, but kind of. I get it.
also the base does not look as big as you described it, Kevin. In
It's
fact,
huge.
this looks identical to the new one. I don't. Kevin, are you fake news?
It's just a bad angle. You
I
can't
don't-
tell.
But
Very
the
fake news.
base is just the size of a stud either way.
Like a thick stud. Like I can't describe it any better. Like
I don't think it's any different.
thick, man.
The more I
tell you.
stare at this, the more I regret it.
Noticing all the lovely details.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
This is Lego.
Oh
by
my
the way.
goodness, and now I found the original. I have never looked this closely at the original, and I wish I had. Do I even want to
I've
put a
ruined
picture of
Raiders
this
for
up?
all of you.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, there's a very key detail that Lego leaves out of this.
I don't know. I'd say there's at least 3.
Look at those chompers.
But anyway,
There's a pencil case of this. Why do you keep it on your desk?
Hey, I'd buy that.
would you?
Was
put
this
it on your
Aztec
desk
or
at work?
Mayan or
Yes, I would.
It was Jovitos.
Jovitos?
Jovitos.
Are those
Those
real?
different.
I
No,
don't know.
They're not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Shrug.
Also, yeah, Kevin, I think this is the same piece.
think
Do you
so.
have the piece?
I probably have it somewhere.
So you got to dig it out. Then we've got to, compare it. You got to buy this set too.
Wow.
Gotta sell all your Funko Pops to get this.
That won't get him enough.
Well, you could also just throw the Funko.
Oh.
Yeah, because the Funko Pops are just going to a landfill, right?
Oh.
Well, I mean, Kevin would gain something still. Respect.
Kevin, your Funko Pops will be thrown away when you die.
Your Lego will be thrown away when you die. So
So will yours.
yeah. Well,
Ford, I
It
don't
Seems
think.
like
that
you're
is-
ready to accept this.
Ford, you have walked into this argument completely unprepared. All you have to do is, all right, Kevin, start an argument with me.
no.
You own more
I
know
Funko
exactly
Pops
where
than
this
me.
is going.
Money.
I win. Yeah, that's gonna do it for us today.
Finally.
No, this was a good episode.
Yeah, it was.
Join us sometime in the future where we find out who is going to have, a self-worth crisis as we take the IQ test.
Oh boy.
But seriously, we did all the plugs earlier in the episode, but always good for discussion. If you want to discuss why you think the Temple of Doom set was canceled or delayed, if you think it'll ever happen, go to the
Hope it
BCC Crew
happens.
Discord server. Go and discuss it there. It's a good place. Got some good people there who like to discuss Lego and other stuff. I also post stuff in the gaming chat and talk about the new Professor Layton game, and no one cares. Or the new
Sorry, I
Mario
haven't
Kart
played
characters.
Professor
Did you
Layton. I
guys
mean,
know
I
that 5 more
played
characters are
any of
being
those
added to Mario
games.
Kart? That's
That
amazing.
was a surprise. That was a
5 more
surprise.
after Birdo, yeah. Which means Diddy
Who's
Kong
being
and
added?
Funky Kong might be added.
Funky
Finally.
Kong. Finally, a reason to get Mario Kart 8.
I know, right?
Now we need
Like, if-
Kamek.
Well, I was never huge in Mario Kart 8. Except I've gotten way more into it recently. But if they had Funky Kong, then there's literally no reason to play any other Mario Kart.
Yeah.
True.
Now if they can only add Candy Kong.
Well, Leo, if you want, there is a racing game that has Candy Kong in it,
Is that Diddy Kong Racing?
No, it's DK Barrel Blast.
DK Barrel Blast. I've played Barrel Blast.
You played Barrel Blast?
And you
Yeah.
forgot.
Leo,
On
you
Wii.
continue to be an elusive figure.
I was there when we were slamming the Wii remotes around for Barrel.
Wow, yeah. Leo, you have my respect. Oh.
I was not one of the OGs who used the bongos though.
You couldn't use it on Barrel Blast, actually. I think.
No.
I don't
I
think
think
you
they were
could. Maybe you
unusable.
could. No, because I think Barrel Blast was only
It was
on the Wii.
designed for it.
I thought
No,
Barrel
no,
Blast
you're thinking of
came out on the
Donkey
GameCube.
Konga.
That's
No,
what I'm thinking.
I-
No,
I'm pretty
Wait,
sure.
I thought-
Sure.
I thought
Oh,
the barrels
now I
were
have to
reused
research
from
this.
Donkey Konga
But I don't think
for.
if Barrel Blast was initially for
Blast.
the Wii.
I thought it was for the GameCube at first, and then it was ported to the Wii.
You're thinking no, Donkey Konga was.
Maybe.
No, or maybe I'm thinking of it. No, I'm not. I know. Now we're going over time, but no,
We've delayed the
Donkey
closing of this
Konga is
episode
another
by
one.
5 minutes.
This is gonna bug me if we don't do it. Well, we're
I
on
don't know what
air.
any of you people. are
Jungle
talking
Beat,
about.
no, is what you're thinking of. Then it
Okay,
was on,
Jungle.
that one used the bongos, and then it was also ported to Wii and used the Wii
Okay.
remote.
Alright.
Barrel Blast did not. Barrel Blast was the racing one that used the remote and nunchuck.
Okay.
I don't think it supported the barrels, at least, because I think someone complained about that. All right. Well, thank you all for listening and for joining us on this episode of the BCC podcast. As every week, join us at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode. And for Ford, Mace, Malaris, Leo, myself, LQ, thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.